Alright everybody, welcome in, welcome back. We are on to painting number 32 of our 50 Nifty United States, and we're going to be doing Arkansas today. So just a little bit of our step-by-step process in case you haven't been here before. The first step is to trace it off of that map and then go ahead and cut it out, trace it onto some canvas, paint it on that canvas, and then cut it out of that canvas and glue it up onto the map. So for Arkansas, I've actually spent quite a lot of time in Arkansas recently over the last couple of years. Very nature themed when I go there. I've been there for mostly weddings and also pirate themed mini golf. All of the little research photos I did had these beautiful blue skies, so of course I have to throw those in there with my favorite kind of fluffy white little clouds. I say little, but they're actually quite large clouds compared to the other things in the scenery, but here the painting is small, so it's a little, just nice little white highlights, making them look super fluffy, like you could jump straight into them and they would be soft and catch you. Now, if it is your first time joining us, be sure you go back and watch all of the other 31 episodes that we've already painted, and then check it out if your state's not up yet. You can always throw a little suggestion in there. Okay, and then of course we've got to throw some trees off here in the distance. Oh, I didn't tell you what we were actually doing for this. So, the wedding, one of the weddings that I've been to was a beautiful glass chapel, and there's actually more than one glass chapels. There are several, but I'm going to focus on the one from Hot Springs as that's one I experienced in person. So of course, getting in here with some greenery for our trees off in the distance, and then some little background leaves for our foreground trees, a little layout of the ground here, and then the big scary part is this glass chapel. I did spend about 10-15 minutes making a tiny ruler so that I could be very precise in this little chapel and getting all the lines perfectly straight, and then I started just doing little layouts a little bit at a time here and there so I would know where to start, and I just never stopped. I never went over to my ruler, so I just kept going, and I think it worked out really well after getting the nice little layout of all of the wood parts that hold up the glass chapel. It seemed to be looking pretty spiffy, so I just went ahead and tidied it up a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and get some doors in the front here. Of course, we're going to see a lot of background through this because the chapel is glass. Going to get some little highlights and shadows on the wood parts of this so that it does actually look like a building standing and not just a little tiny house-shaped drawing. I know we're all so sad that we're saying goodbye to Meeble, but I think this is a really beautiful painting to throw in that empty spot on the map as a first step towards getting every single state done and officially up on the map with all of their full glory. Okay, and then of course getting all these little highlights on the front of it. I think that's it for the glass chapel. It looks great. So I'm going to throw in a few little trees up here in the foreground, some little grass plants down here at the bottom, get some little highlights and some shadows on our rocky path, and some little highlights and shadows on our trees here, and then some more leaves in the front as well. It's so great having you all join for another episode of the 50 Nifty United States. Be sure to follow if you're not already. I would love for you to come back and finish out this series. We have just a few more states left to go. And I think this Kansas painting is starting to look very good. So I'm going to go ahead and get it cut out and then put some glue on it, of course, and get it glued up onto the map so we can officially hang this episode up. And of course, let's take a closer look and let me know what you guys think. I can't wait to see all your comments below.